Today on the Topping Show, Brett Cooper's first video gets 1.1 million views in the first 24 hours, while the replacement Reagan comment on the comment section only gets 30,000 views on her video in the first 24 hours of posting. Selena Gomez also cries about deportations. White House Press Secretary Leavitt roasts a reporter for asking questions about illegals and statistics. New border head Tom Homan also responds back to a reporter who accuses him of having poor quality of service at detention centers for illegals. Honda might make a track car above the Civic Type R, as well as the Acura, and Shein recalls a hairdryer. All of that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more, or click the URL in the video description below. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part podcast, you have Honda considering a new high-end performance trim above the Type R and the Acura Type S, which would be fun to have a true dedicated track toy, which, again, I think some people would go for. Now this comes to us thanks to Jerry Perez, who's a writer at The Drive, and they say specifically, quote, Honda is considering a new high-performance trim above the Type R and Type S, which, again, the Type S being the Acura. They say Honda racing boss Koji says the automaker should offer new motorsports-derived trim with genuine HRC parts for models like the Civic and Integra, which, again, same car, different badge. Very similar to how Toyota has Lexus as a luxury brand, Honda has Acura. So, again, you see the cool Integra on the screen, but it really is just, a luxury Civic Type R, which, again, don't get me wrong, some people enjoy the extra luxuries and the leather and the additional styling. And truth be told, in yellow, that does look pretty good. Now, they say, quote, despite the mass appeal of profit-rich SUVs, Honda continues to build some of the most accessible, enthusiast-focused cars money can buy. Models like the Honda Civic Si and Type R and their Acura siblings, the Integra and Type S, offer a solid balance of street performance and track chops, but what about a spicier, more hardcore trim above the Type R or Type S? Speaking to the media at the 2025 Rolex 24 at Daytona, Honda Racing President Choji Watanabe said that Honda should create a higher performance model than it already offers with genuine HRC parts. Now he says, quote, today I cannot tell you the exact plan yet, but yes, we should create some kind of performance model with the HRC racing components and technologies. The American side, HRC US, has already started development performance parts. And here you can see the inside of this Acura Integra. And here you can see they completely removed the rear seats, which, let's be honest, most people don't use them anyway when it comes to Honda Civic in general, I would argue. But they got rid of the back seats, replaced it with carbon fiber, and they have a nice roll cage built in, which, again, depending on what type of track racing category you get into, you get to a certain point where you do have a requirement of a racing harness as well as a roll cage. So at a certain point of racing, if you want to get into it, especially circuit racing, that does become a requirement. So to have someone like that for an aftermarket or for the factory, that'd be pretty nice. And there you can see an extra ginormous spoiler on the Acura as well. Now they say, quote, Watanabe's comment was in response to whether Honda could consider building and seeking the ultra-high performance models as Ferrari does with the XX program. However, when I asked Watanabe if this would involve something like the ARX 6 IMSA GTP prototype or the RB17 style hypercar he discussed in 2014, he clarified that these higher performing models would be based on existing Honda and Acura nameplates. Now he says, quote, we haven't done any concrete plan yet, but the first one will be based on the current existing model, like the Integra Type S or the Honda Civic Type R. While Honda's racing bosses did not expand further, he has mentioned that the American side of HRC is already working on performance parts for existing models, proves this is more than a pipe dream. During last year's Monterey Car Week, the brand unveiled a track-focused Acura Integra Type S HRC prototype, a one-off build that got thumbs up from the F1 driver Yuki Tsunoda after a brief drive, who even asked the company president to import one into Japan for him, which, again, that's got to be the Acura you see on the screen there, which, again, that looks pretty sick. Looks like you actually have some true bucket seats for actually racing. They'll actually hold you in place with bolsters that are size of Arnold Schwarzenegger's bicep, give or take. Yeah, you're not. I was gonna say, obviously, you have to tap it first, like you're tapping down luggage on the back of a truck. You gotta, tap it. That ain't going nowhere. Like, you get in that car, you're staying in one spot. That's for sure. Now, he also said, quote, "We have the Type S or Type R for the road, and you have a race car that you can buy for the track, so it would be something in between, right on the verge of wherever your significant other wouldn't want to ride with you. If you're going to put the HRC brand on it, that's what you're saying is the ultimate expression of the model. It has to be street legal," which, yeah, you definitely have to do that just for mass appeal. The number of people who buy true dedicated track cars and like legal track only cars are so few. Even Lamborghini only made, I think, 10 of their, what was it? Not Revesto. They had a Lamborghini model that was a V10 and full carbon everywhere with no radio, no air conditioning, no airbags, like everything that weighed anything except the drivetrain they basically removed. And I guess, of course, it handled like a champ, but you limit your number of prospective buyers to such a small number once it's no longer street legal. And even when I go to the track, an overwhelming majority of the people that go there, all the cars are street legal for the most part, especially in the beginning of when you get into the hobby. But yeah, I think they're probably, maybe they'll make it all-wheel drive or something, but I wonder what price point they're going to get to. The Honda Civic Type R with taxes and all that crap is usually around $55,000, which is already pushing it. So if this is maybe 20% more, I think there'd be a good market for it. Because again, that is really cool. And most of the major manufacturers do have the race car programs like this, where again, the odds are you'll never see this at a Honda showroom or Acura showroom. I think it'd be good just as like a halo car to get people excited about the brand and see what the top engineering capabilities are. But realistically, this is going to be one of those one-offs, kind of the Camaro Copo, the Copo Camaro program, where you basically do a special order from the dealership. I mean, BMW is really famous for having this. They also have a long heritage of racing. Porsche, same thing. I mean, Porsche, they do have some basically dedicated track toys where you could do, kind of standard, just, rear seat delete, get more carbon fiber, get roll cage ready and all that kind of stuff. So I think this would be great because, again, I'm really one of those fans where I think you should have a halo car for your manufacturer just to show how much you can really do when, engineers will just go hog wild, so to say. Now, yeah, if it's $50,000 to $60,000, I think they'll sell a couple of units. And just to really show that they're dedicated to racing, I think this would be a great idea. It'd be really cool. They had a program similar to the Gen 10, the previous generation Honda Civic. I want to say those were about $65,000. Famously, in terms of cybersecurity, CrowdStrike had one of the cars that they would use, and they, obviously you wrap your company logo like that. So it'd be pretty cool to see. But let me know, do you think it'd be a good idea? Are you a fan of having these halo cars? And again, you have Honda apparently merging with Nissan for some reason. Do you think that might mean they don't have the right resource allocation to go through with this? Maybe they get distracted. Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Now, going over to the Cultural Part podcast, you have Brett Cooper getting 1.1 million views in the first 24 hours, while her counterpart and former colleague Reagan over at the comics section only got 30,000 views, both within the 24-hour period. And truth be told, most of the comments on the comment section without Brett Cooper, now with Reagan, it's actually about Brett Cooper. And this is just a preview, like an intro video. And again, it went viral beyond all belief. Truth be told, I don't know how long the comment section without Brett Cooper could be financially viable at 30,000 views. With, again, the company has 250 plus employees full time. Can't help but think they're going to pull that program probably soon. But let me know your thoughts. Now, going to quickly, just got a little preview here by Reagan. Oh, wow, Brett Cooper, rather. I thought I already subscribed to her. Let me fix that. Yeah, she already has 753,000 subscribers. And this video, for contrast, got 165,000 likes. And Reagan got 1.8 thousand likes. And actually, I misspoke. Reagan got under 30,000 views. She got 28,226. And Brett Cooper just got, well, let's refresh it. Was it 1.99 million views in 24 hours, which is astronomically successful. I've never seen a channel grow that quickly. And without too much further ado, this is the Brett Cooper Show official trailer.
After weeks of speculation, Brett Cooper has left.
Well, it looks like the rumors were true.
Brett Cooper's departure has caused quite a stir.
The internet is absolutely melting down.
Brett Cooper did, in fact, announce her exit.
Brett Cooper announces she is leaving the Daily Wire.
Brett Cooper is officially leaving the Daily Wire.
Now she is walking away.
Brett Cooper has left.
She is gonzo.
Brett Cooper says, I'm out of here.
Now Brett Cooper has nearly 500,000 subscribers without a single video yet.
She already has a channel. There's now at 500,000 subs.
If you look at her numbers, Brett Cooper is popping off.
She has one of the fastest growing YouTube channels.
But what's the end all be all for Brett Cooper?
The big question on a lot of our minds is, what is she going to do next?
Now you see she's setting up her new studio with all the books.
The world you desired can be won. It exists. It is real. It is possible. It's yours. But to win it requires your total dedication and a total break with the world of your past. Fight for the value of your person. Fight for the virtue of your pride. Fight with the radiant certainty and the absolute rectitude of knowing that yours is the morality of life and that yours is the battle for any achievement, any valor, any grandeur, any goodness, any joy that has ever existed on this earth.
Are you ready, Brett?
I'm ready.
Really good music. Again, they got 1.199 million views and is actually number 3 on trending. Versus Reagan, who got 28,000 views and 1.8 thousand likes. Yeah, now go to Brett Cooper, the top comments from her. First one says, Brett Bros, we're so back, getting 24,000 likes. Amir says she is backing 16,000 likes. Professor Mario says 2 months without Brett Cooper felt like a whole year, getting 13,000 likes. Claire says the trailer will get 1 million views in a day. That's Brett's power, getting 117 likes. Electric Neon Official says Brett Cooper didn't make the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire needed Brett Cooper. At 1.5 thousand likes. Jeez Louise. Rustlin says, humbled I made into this trailer. Congrats on your return, getting 10,000 likes. Courtney says, welcome back. Thanks for the shout out, getting 10,000 likes. Looks like she also got a response from her, maybe. Or she liked it or pinned it. Now, go to Reagan. Let's see what she has to say. Ironically, the video that Reagan says, why I'm more hopeful than ever, in a video where she gets a record low number of views and 1.8 thousand likes. Which, again, contrasts that to Brett, who got 165,000 likes, which is, yeah, a magnitude more.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another.
Let's hear what Reagan has to say.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another.
I was going to say, still same mannerisms as... Did they finally change the microphone? Looks like they did something different. Same mouse.
Episode of the comment section. I'm Regan Conrad, and in stark contrast to the People's March from last weekend, this weekend, the March for Life brought in an estimated 200,000 people from around the country, actually around the world, to walk, to educate, advocate, and celebrate for the wins of the pro-life cause. The turnout was massive.
Same hand gestures, same tone as Brett Cooper. I'm actually surprised there's not someone using AI, just put Brett Cooper's face on top of her, because if you were to do that, it'd be about the same as before. Now, going to the top comments here, and yeah, it looks like they're all still roasting Reagan. So the first one comes from I Am Phil, says Brett's new episode reached 1 million views in 20 hours. Crazy, getting 322 likes. Let's see. Roberto says, quote, just to put it into perspective, the comments section video posted 11 hours ago, 19,000 views, 1.4 thousand likes. The Brett Cooper Show video posted 18 hours ago, 981,000 views, 149,000 likes, unquote. It got 248 likes. Now you also have Data Shoal says, quote, 13,000 views for actual content in just over 5 hours compared to 500,000 for a 2-minute trailer of Brett Cooper. Ouch. Getting 306 likes. Which, that being said, the first video on a channel usually gets a little bit more of an uptick just because people are intrigued. It's a preview. We'll see if Brett Cooper, I don't think she'll get 1.1 million or 1.2 million views every episode, but I still think she'll get maybe 10 times more than Reagan on any given day. Let's see here. David Baker simply says, the comment section is now a zombie show and poor Reagan is just going through the motions. Let her have a resurrection in her own show and stop making her a pathetic image for target practice. Wake up, Daily Wire, and smell the coffee, getting 128 likes. Which, ironically, I don't think they sell coffee yet. Every podcaster since the dawn of time seemingly has their own brand of coffee that they usually try to sell. Usually all made in the same factory, though I'm sure the label designs are slightly different. But yeah, how does the Daily Wire not have their own? I know they have cigars, like Michael Knowles has his cigar affiliate program. They have razors and chocolate. I guess, I think they're sponsored by the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Perhaps, maybe that's why they don't have their own coffee yet. Nevertheless, you also have Re-Uploadify saying, quote, 1 million views in 16 hours, getting 64 likes. Again, referencing Brett's video. Evan Williams, 6209, says, quote, kill the show, take a month off, and come back with your own show. Pave your own way, getting 34 likes. Now, the issue is the Daily Wire spent probably a couple $1 million, if not double-digit millions of dollars, building up the comment section. And don't get me wrong, Brett was also amazingly talented as a host of a show, and she's very likable. That is a huge component and variable of why the channel was one of the most fastest and most successful channels of the Daily Wire portfolio. But also the Daily Wire has some good marketing folks, and again, they pay a lot of money to companies like the Facebook, the YouTube, and all of those platforms to have their talent show up first. I mean, famously Ben Shapiro, I mean, there's no, they spent $160,000 per month to have him sponsored ads, promoting his show on the Facebook. So again, the Daily Wire put a lot of money into that show, and I'm guessing that's one of the reasons they're so reluctant to, basically pull the plug on it, because they would see that as a huge sunk cost. I mean, I don't see how this is turning around anytime soon. If you look at the background of the founders of the Daily Wire, they come from theater. A lot of people are speculating that, well, they're treating it like a theater show where, if the main actor or actress leads, the show must go on and just swap out, trying to treat it like, the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, or, the channel owns the show and you switch the host from time to time. But in this case, the way they framed Brett Cooper in the comments section, it just felt so much more personal than a traditional Tonight Show or something to that effect, that really no one is having it. I mean, you look, even the comment section now, we're scrolling trying to find if there's anything supporting Reagan. And those comments are few and far in between. You have another comment, Brian Blankenberg, saying, quote, the way the Daily Wire effed this up actually makes me stop watching the other shows. Not good, getting 48 likes. Brad says, down to 4 million subscribers now. Haha, less than 22,000 views after 14 hours. Brett Cooper's trailer video had over 400,000 views in 5 hours. This must be embarrassing for the Daily Wire and backstabbing Reagan. Ha ha ha, getting 28 likes. So, I'm trying to see if there's any, I don't see any positive comments. I've been scrolling for a little bit. Ultrageist says, quote, love all the comments about just the Brett's new video, getting 321 likes. Alpha Center says, we are not pro backstabbing, getting 31 likes. Spaghetti Marina says, quote, Brett Cooper is number 1 on trending, getting 95 likes. Let's see. Rigadaro says, quote, I came here to check out the comments. I bet Brett is laughing out loud, getting 56 like. Let's see here. XI Panda says, quote, I see we're still hemorrhaging subscribers. That actually remarkable to look at, getting 20 likes. Oh, finally, I had to scroll for like 10 minutes, but we found one. Alex Shaw says, quote, guys, please stop posting negative comments on this channel. Have you not heard that behavior hurts Jeremy Boring's feelings? Never mind. Getting 5 likes, which actually, no, that was in reference to Jeremy Boring having a quick Q&A video a couple of days ago, in which he was very upset that Brett was not standing up for for Reagan after Reagan took over the show. So, I'm not seeing any positive comments here. It sounds like there's thousands. There's got to be at least one if we scroll, far enough. But yeah, it's interesting to see Brett Cooper just skyrocket to the moon in popularity. And again, let me know in the comments, do you think the Daily Wire will pull the plug on the comment section this year? Again, they have a lot of employees, a lot of overhead, and they only have a couple, relative, to the size of the company, they have basically 5 TV shows or podcasters. I mean, if one of them is bleeding money, they're losing subscribers, the views are going down dramatically. I just don't think it's financially viable anymore. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Other interesting cultural news, Selena Gomez crying about deportations, and the internet roast her viscerally. And at least she did go viral. There's no such thing as bad marketing, right? Oh wait, except for Bud Light. But nevertheless, I'm sure they'll regain that $1.1 billion in lost sales. No, they actually have. They haven't, and I don't think they ever will. Now, this comes with thanks to End Wokeness, which he says, quote, Selena Gomez posted a video crying about deportations, but deleting it after outrage from her fans. And thankfully, it may seem like an eternity or two because it's insufferable. But nevertheless, it's only about 30 seconds, and we'll get through it together. Or 32 seconds. Damn. Nevertheless.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
I don't know what to do. I mean, you're technically a multimillionaire if you wanted to. I'm sure you could maybe buy some houses in Mexico and house them over there or something. I mean, it's not like you have a lot of resources at your disposal. You could probably do something about this. Although, again, we're only talking about people being deported who, broke the law. Now, this went pretty viral. On End Wokeness alone, posting it got 14,000 views. And you had dozens of people posting, or hundreds of people posting this on X, especially. Also got 86,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from American Papa Bear saying, quote, so salty, just inject them into my veins, getting 1.4 thousand likes. Libercat Media TM says, quote, crocodile tears is a picture of probably San Francisco or Chicago, but it's a dumpster overflowing with trash, and says, oh, look, Saturday Opinions getting 3.4 thousand likes. Base Electrician has a screenshot of her crying and says, quote, well, she was correct when she said, I don't understand. Getting 724 likes. Paul Zazupa also says, Selena Gomez is actually crying because she's been brainwashed, getting 3.2 thousand likes. Nick Sorter also says, we all know the sole reason Hollywood wouldn't care about children potentially being deported, unquote. Getting 4.3 thousand likes. Ian Miles Chong also says LMFAO getting 886 likes. Life Lessons Academy says, quote, kindness should be extended to everyone. However, kindness has its limits and our citizens cannot take advantage of us any longer, unquote. Be taken advantage of. Apologies, dyslexia, probably. Now, that got 10,000 likes. Pill Roberts also says, quote, okay then. Oh, I'm trying to keep this moderately family friendly. So he says, okay then, we can, the people who abuse the R word and killers, we can them? Let's stop them off to Selena's house. Sounds like she wants to be taken care of and provide for them. Getting 3.3 thousand likes despite the rudimentary grammar. The conservative Greek says she looks so pathetic, getting 5.3 thousand likes. Yeah, World Hall of Fun saying winning, winning, winning is Trump signing executive orders, but he has some sound noise canceling headphones on. It's AI. And you have the crying liberal girl from 2016 jumping up and down like madness, getting 6.6 thousand likes. Robbie Starbuck says, my lord, these people are insufferable, getting 9.3 thousand likes. Yep. Let's see, still no contrarian statements thus far. The refined populist says, quote, what English Shire is Gomez from? She has to go back, getting 528 likes. Doog says, quote, can we deport her? I can't believe how dumb people are, getting 869 likes. We also have Vito saying, quote, crying in a mansion about deportation, then deleting when the help reminds you to clean your pool. Classic Hollywood move. It says, getting 1.1 thousand likes. Cool Christian Engineer says, quote, this is the first time I've enjoyed seeing Selena cry. Getting 134 likes. Gunther Eagleman also says, Selena Gomez is trash. She's just pandering, getting 6.8 thousand likes. Which, yeah, you know, the backlash is so bad when even she deleted it. Yeah. All the virtue signaling. Of course, their houses are never open. And ironically, those same people usually have very high gates, locked doors around their houses while they say we should have an open border. Which, yes, the irony. And I'm sure this will not be the last celebrity outburst we hear when it comes to, deporting illegals. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have the White House Press Secretary Leavitt roasting a reporter, asking questions about illegals and crime. Now, this comes to us thanks to and wokeness. When she says, quote, or actually, no, all he did is quote the reporter, so let's go straight from the horse's mouth, so to say.
Caroline, on immigration. Of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals. As far as this administration,
checkmate.
I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
You made a point of the worst first. They all have a criminal record?
And welcome to the Reagan.
If they broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to say, as youth might say, based. They got 3.7 million views and 144,000 likes. And the first time in 4 years, you had someone at the White House press secretary who actually, can give a coherent answer and not say, oh, I have to circle back around that for the umpteenth time. I can't actually fathom where on earth is Karine Jean-Pierre going to get a job. I'm not sure what she's qualified for. Presumably something in the public sector. That much is for sure. Now, going to the comments, one of the first comments comes from Base Electrician. It says, all of them. It's just a screenshot of her with a smile. Getting 285 likes. Paul Zupa also says, that's right, deport all the illegals. Getting 130 likes. Ranked simply says, based administration. Getting 12 likes. Alex Abrusco says, quote, platinum answer. Getting 1.4 thousand likes. Now, Stella says, quote, the left loves to obfuscate the difference between immigrants and illegals. Don't let them. There's a picture of an immigrant. It's Melania Trump. And there's a picture of the illegal, the gentleman. No, he's not a gentleman. He's a POS who broke into the country, assaulted police officers. And when he's getting arrested, simply, double flipped off the camera and was again let out on bail because New York City loves crime. Actually, no, I think it was cashless bail or something like that. Yeah. Again, basically, yeah, before Trump was in office, the law didn't apply to them. While they got copious amounts of, government handouts, free hotels. This got 403 likes. You also have Paratrooper Brady saying, quote, she's a rock star, getting 2.1 thousand likes. Renisto says, all this is true, getting 924 likes. Wisdom to Master of the 21st Century says, quote, if you enter illegally, they're committing a crime. Should be obvious, getting 945 likes. Well, except to the people who want to make that, the people who don't believe in borders. That's why these rudimentary reporters are so confused, or maybe they're just ignorantly stupid on purpose. But it's one of those things where they don't believe there should be borders. They don't think it should be against the law to break into our country. That's why they're so confused. I mean, it's not just them. A lot of leftists think this as well. That's why, Biden and Harris administration allowed to have an open border for all these years and have a record number of illegals breaking into the country. You also have Gizmo simply saying base, getting 597 likes. Joseph Wallet says amazing power, getting 520 likes. Flykeeper says boom goes the dynamite, getting 472 likes. Jamels says she's killing it. She's shutting them all down, getting 574 likes. Let's see. Pretty much no contrarian statements as far as I can see. Let's see. American Logic X says, stupid question. They're called illegal immigrants, getting 324 likes. Oh, yeah. First time in years they actually have someone in the White House press secretary that can answer a question coherently and not dodge it. And yeah, we'll see how long the reporters try to keep up that line of questioning. I can't help but think they'll probably stick to it because, shoot, the people who watch like CNN and stuff, they probably agree with them. But let me know your thoughts because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Other interesting political news, you have a reporter trying to roast the new head of the border, and Tom punches back. Now, this comes to us thanks to Lives at TikTok, in which Tom Holmes says, we have some of the best detention centers on the planet and the best standards out there. Or as Actually, if Trump were the one being interviewed, he'd probably just say something of, "We're the best deportation places out there. The buildings are beautiful. They're not gold, but we could perhaps put some gold spray paint. Not the real stuff, the Walmart stuff. Walmart's a really great company out there, now that I think about it. A true American brand," but, something to that effect. Now, this comes to us, again, thanks to Libs of TikTok, when she says, quote, "Reporters, there are reports of migrants being treated inhumanely." And Tom says, "That's a bunch of crap. We're going to enforce the law, and we have some of the best standards." But his voice is infinitely better than mine, so not too much further ado.
You treating migrants humanely, yes. But there's been reports of them on planes with no water,
that was a bunch of
complaining.
Crap. That was a bunch of crap.
What do you mean a bunch of crap?
ICE detention facilities have the highest detention standards in the industry. Any of the ICE standards, our detention standards are higher than any state or federal or local facility in the nation, in the world. Someone should go to the ICE website, look at PBNDS 11, performance-based detention standards, and look at our detention standards, highest in the industry.
But are you sure you're only getting illegal criminal migrants? I mean, there were some pictures over the weekend of people that claim to be students, Brazilian students, who were showing examples of bruises on their arms from American deportation flights.
That's ridiculous, but
I didn't see any.
If they want to make a complaint, it'll be investigated.
But your assurance is what?
The men and women of ICE are professionals. We do this for a living. And I can tell you, I ran ICE for years. I was the first director of ICE came up through the ranks. Again, these men and women are professional, highest detention standards in the industry. We take care of these people. But we're going to enforce the law, and we're not going to apologize for doing it.
And you're going to do it in a sort of public way with, do you need to use the big military planes? Is that part of a sort of shock and awe tactic? No. They haven't been used before, have they, for migrants?
No, we got President Trump. We're going to use all the government to secure our border, which is the biggest national security vulnerability.
I don't know. These reporters, how mentally vacuous are they? Yeah, they also have a record number of illegals breaking the United States in the past 4 years. So you probably need to use some big mechanisms to get them out. So a big plane seems pretty efficient to me.
Country's ever seen, and we're going to enforce laws to this country. It's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's a crime. And when you cause a crisis as big as the Biden administration caused, when you overwhelm the Border Patrol, but they can't do their national security job, that's when the fentanyl come across, kill 250,000 Americans. That's when you have a 600% increase in sex trafficking. That's when you have a record number of no-inspected terrorists coming across an open border. President Trump's going to secure the border as promised to the American people. We're going to enforce immigration laws. That's what we're going to do, without apology. We're on board. We're going to go forward. You're going to see it get a hell of a lot bigger in the near future.
Bam, there you go. Fascinating how leftists never seem to care about those kids. Now, they got 1.4 million views and 66,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Margot saying, quote, "The media is a bunch of crap," getting 80 likes. Fact check, true. Anti-woke memes, a little disappointed they did not in fact respond in meme form. It says, quote, "I trust Tom Homan. I don't trust the fake news." End of story, getting 143 likes. You have Cash Loren says, quote, "Fake news has learned nothing." Tom, quote, "Dread Hoffman does an excellent job dealing with their BS," getting 27 likes. Paul Zupa also says, "Homan isn't going to be messed with ever," getting 143 likes. Arthur Eagleman says, "All the media does is lie," getting 804 likes. Stop Socialist Tyranny, very large but specific profile name, says, quote, "Love Tom Homan telling it how it is. No more apologizing for enforcing our laws. We need more people like him who stand up to the fake news media and their lies. Time to secure our borders and stop believing the propaganda. Thanks for sharing this Libs of TikTok." Getting 1.1 thousand likes. I also have Walt saying, would have been fun to check her immigration status, getting 494 likes. Tim Caroline has a meme of the superhero with the two buttons, but both buttons are labeled deport, and he's got a thumbs up after that, and he's smiling. Getting 430 likes. Kyle says they're illegals. They get treated like illegals. Back to third world for you, getting 278 likes. Carissa says, quote, "Can we replace those George Floyd statues with Tom Hoffman ones?" Getting 263 likes. The New Jerseys. Is that a TV show? It's apparently a profile name on the X, saying, quote, "Out of my way, my dumb broad. Could have been more psyched." Getting 100 likes. I was going to say, that's an old-timey saying. What was it, from the 1950s? "Get out of my way, dumb broad." Oh, yeah, that's got to be reminiscent of the 1950s, like a reporter way back in the day with black and white TV. Now, a little disappointed. This profile is called Anti-Left Memes, but they did not, in fact, respond in meme form. They simply says, quote, "Why does the fake news care so much about criminals?" Getting 102 likes. They do spend a disproportionate amount of their time defending criminals versus American citizens. It's fascinating to see the resource allocation and the caring of leftists and reporters in the United States. They seem to care about everything except law-abiding taxpayers, but that's just me. And let me know. I was going to say, this certainly is not going to be the last time a reporter comes up and asks him questions. I mean, I think he handled it like a champ. And let me know, what kind of, do you think he'll be able to do a good job? And will there be a record number of deportations in the United States? Let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Shein recalling some of their hair dryers, though this is not shocking, though the product actually is. Now, this comes to us thanks to the United States Consumer Safety Product Commission, in which they say, quote, Shein Distribution Corporation recalls TechWe hair dryer brushes due to electrocution or shock hazard, which, yeah, the fact that there's low quality goods on Shein that's malfunctioning is not shocking, but it's usually not physically shocking, where in this case, turns out it is. And truth be told, it also looks like a bastardized Dyson product. It looks like they just ripped it off, which, again, I don't know the difference between Shein and Wish.com. They all seem like the same junk to me, though I know people love buying their fashion stuff there for 13 cents a pop. Now, they say, specifically going to the actual description, they say, quote, this recall involves TechWe multifunctional hair dryer brushes. The hair dryer brushes are gray and purple with the name brand TechWe, spelled TECKWE, printed on the handle. The hair dryer brushes have 5 interchangeable heads to be used for straightening and styling and measure about 8 inches in length. They note that consumers should immediately unplug and stop using the recalled hair dryers and contact Shein to receive a full refund. Consumers should destroy the recalled hair dryers by unplugging the hair dryer, cutting the cord, and disposing them in accordance with local and state recycling laws, and send an image of the destroyed hair dryer to Shein at uscsteam@shein.com. So that's spelled U as in umbrella, S as in Sam, C as in cat, Steam at Shein.com. Upon receipt of the photo, Shein will issue the consumer a full refund, and they know that Shein is also contacting all the purchasers. Now, the recall number, if you want to reach out to them and check, is 25-016. Again, 25-016. Or sorry, 106 specifically. Now, the silver lining of this situation is no one's been hurt from it yet. So there's no been major like electrocutions, or no one's bathrooms are bursting into flames yet. So at least they got ahead of the situation. Now, I mean, the downside is Shein already has a pretty block of the barrel reputation. I mean, I don't think anyone associates Shein with high quality, durable products. I mean, usually I would argue it's mostly gray market or black market products or questionable quality, or pretty much just a ripoff of everything. So they already have that going against them. Really, the only thing going for them is low cost goods. And the fact that they already have a reputation and they have recalls something that, again, could potentially hurt you, just adds kind of insult to injury to what they're trying to do in terms of turning around the brand image. So, gotta say, again, granted, Shein didn't make this, but they're very similar to Amazon.com with those recalls. The name that everyone's going to remember is, I mean, the big name, the reseller. No one's going to remember TechWe. No one's going to remember that brand name, but they're going to remember where they bought it from because that's the bigger name. And again, and ideally, you have someone working in the quality assurance department to ensure that only high quality goods and services are on your selling platform, and you're kind of vetting them. In this case, clearly not. So, gotta say, Shein, this hairdryer recall, is certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone to stay safe and fight the good fight.